Hey everybody. Um, Welcome to the Fearless Masterclass. I'm sorry, you guys. Our original link actually kept um going off. So bear with me. I'm going to pull up the power. So it kept kicking us out, kept kicking us out. So that's why I'm late. But guess what? So now everybody can watch it that didn't even really sign up. So everybody who is watching live on LinkedIn that did sign up, that you're able to watch. Um, not that one. I am looking for my PowerPoint because it was up. Here we go. Just bear with me. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. You guys, I'm just uploading our PowerPoint. You guys will be able to ask questions and all that good stuff. Wrong thing. I got other PowerPoints, you guys, that I need to actually go back to. I have the manifestation e-course. I don't know if some of you all know me, who followed me um, last year. Well, not last year, even a couple years ago, where I did the manifestation e-course. And I am going to upload that on our website at WCD Coaching Incorporated, just in case you guys want to download that at your own leisure, or who wants to register for that's something that you can take at your own leisure, or actually it's recorded and it's already available, the manifestation e-course. So um, we're just waiting on this PowerPoint. um, is actually uploading the slides or whatever. So I hope you guys are doing well. I would still need to do the Wisdom Live and weekly reset because I didn't get a chance to come on Monday. Um, but I know that we had these master classes scheduled. As I was sharing, because we had technical difficulties on my original stream, you guys, once again. So I apologize. I'm your host, Karen Oliver, the owner and host of WCD Coaching Incorporated, which follows the brand's Dream Fearless podcast, Labor and Love podcast, Dream Fearless, Fearless Daughters Catch Dreams Apparel. So WCD Coaching is a broad brand. We have created a mission and vision. And for some of you all who are already following WCD Coaching Incorporated, thank you so much. We have been sharing our vision, our mission, and our story. So want to make sure that you take the time to read that. We do have a staff, and we're still growing and hiring. My coach, one of my coaches, Deep, she will be presenting a health and wellness awareness presentation on tomorrow. And so on last night, I did pre-record the first Fearless Scaling Masterclass. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but some of it was, well, I would say most of it was recorded. So if some of you all want to go back, it will pretty much be what I'm going to present right now, because the same original stream that I was on yesterday, it it just had technical difficulties. It just kept popping us in and out, popping us in and out. Um, so that's why I had to get on Restream, which is the best. I like Restream. But I am here, you guys, and so we're gonna stay on to 2:30. It is 1:39. And the reason why I said 2:30 is because I'm also gonna have the opportunity. I want to have the opportunity with you guys to do Q&A today, and we would do Q&A tomorrow night too, when Deep comes on. So the PowerPoint is almost done, finished. You guys uploaded so we can get started. The Fearless Scaling Masterclass is very deep to my heart. We do have a couple of master classes, and some of our coaches, they will be doing their own master classes and e-courses as well. So you guys can join that. They will be having classes and e-courses on the website, because on the website, you guys can um, actually go there and take classes and courses after you register at your own leisure. So I'm excited about that too, because I actually uploaded, to be honest, I uploaded a course on last night. Um, and so the website, you can just go right to the website, register, watch your PowerPoint and classes there. And we do have some things already out there. And I just revamped some things so you can go to the website and watch them at your own leisure. If you're at work, if you're not able to jump online, that's perfectly fine. Um, so we're going to get started. The Fearless Masterclass. I'm actually, um, everybody that is on LinkedIn should be able to watch. So I don't have to send a link unless you're not on LinkedIn. Um, I, I don't know why that's up there, but okay. Yeah, let's remove that. Actually, I'm going to make this smaller. Um, Well, I thought I could make it smaller, but anyway, that's okay. We're gonna get started, you guys. The Fearless Masterclass. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you all who will catch the replay, and I'm going to make sure I don't miss any comments. All right, let's see. All right, and when we get to the Q&A, I will definitely put that up there. So the fearless is what we're going to learn today. Understand mastering your mindset, breaking through mental barriers. Then you want to question yourself this: what is mental barriers? Techniques to help you break into confidence, how to dominate the room, and projecting confidence. Um, as I was sharing this before, you guys, what I was sharing was that you don't have to be an entrepreneur, you don't have to be a business owner to scale fearlessly. Because with WCD Coaching Incorporated, we do lifestyle coaching, um, and you can scale in your life. There's some things that you need to scale up in your life. There's some things that you need to, some areas that you need to dominate in your life in 2026. Because a lot of us, and as I've shared this on my Monday reset and my Wisdom Wednesdays and Therapy Thursdays, as I do every week or every other week, I've shared this before that, you know, this is the time where this is the season where you need to take charge, not only in the professional setting, but you need to take charge in your personal life. So don't think as, the Fearless Scaling Master class is just for entrepreneurs or business owners. This is for you too, and you may even have an idea behind yourself that you're saying, hey, before I start that brand, I need to scale up my life. Then I can scale up my business. That's the way that we want to think. All right, let's go to, let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh, that's too big, ain't it? Let's see. All right. I just want to make sure you guys can see it. All right. Customize. All right, let's do this. And I hope that you guys can see. Okay, that's bigger and that's better. Mindset mastery on slide 3. Mindset mastery is particularly mastering your thoughts and commanding your thoughts. Mastering your thoughts and commanding. So it's not just, so when it comes to mindset, you're not just going to you're not just going to master your thoughts. You have to command your thoughts. Creating positive changes, creating positive attitudes, and creating a powerful mental framework. So if I'm not taking control of my mindset, if I'm not commanding my thoughts to go into a positive direction, If I'm not commanding my thoughts um, to feed my spirit daily affirmations, if I'm not commanding my thoughts to feed myself hope, if I'm not commanding my thoughts to feed myself with dreaming successfully, or dreaming out of the ordinary, or if I'm not affirming to myself that I can do anything, that I can do anything that I put my mind to. If I'm not doing that, if I'm not controlling my mind, if I'm not commanding my mind, and if I'm not commanding my thoughts, and then guess what? Um, you have not mastered your mindset, and that your mindset is always going to have negative thoughts. And I hope that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. Um, all right, let's move on to slide 4. Important key elements. Positive mindset, as we just got through talking about with mastering our mind. Positive mindsets are the foundation. These are the key elements. Positive mindsets are the foundations for achieving personal and professional success. This is why mastering your mind should be sharp and in tune with a positive lifestyle. We just talked about our lifestyle. We just talked about the things that we want to change. If we don't master, on slide 3, what did I say? I said if we do not master our mindset, if we don't master our thoughts, and then we can't change those thoughts into a positive atmosphere, we can't change those thoughts to a positive foundation, because we are not exercising in that foundation of positive mindset. And the only way that we are going to succeed and have a foundation personally and professionally is that we got to command our thoughts, and we've got to command our mind, and we've got to master our mind. Okay. I want to make sure I don't miss any comments, or make sure it's coming around. All right. All right. Let's move on to slide 5. You guys, I probably need to make this bigger, don't I? So I'm going to move out the way. All right. I want to make it bigger to make sure you guys can see it. Okay. And I'm going to move this. Let's try this. All right. I'm hiding this so you guys can see it. All right. So we just left slide 4, where it talks about the key elements. The key elements just say that we have to have a positive foundation, that we have to have a positive mindset. And if we don't have that positive mindset and foundation, that means we haven't mastered our thoughts, because that's what slide 3 said, 2 and 3 said, that we haven't mastered those positive attributes. Okay, now on slide 5, we're looking at master the key elements. Master key elements. Okay, what are the key elements to a mastery mindset? Hmm. So on one column we have self-awareness, and this column talks about self-awareness and internal and external. And then the second column on this side talks about self-belief. So let's get started with self-awareness. You are aware of what you need to change. Uh-oh. That's when we gotta be honest here. We've got to accept the fact that we need to change something here, okay? And a lot of times we have been in a situation, or we have realized, we have acknowledged it ourselves, you guys, but it's like when the thought comes into our mind that we need to change something, we try to ignore it, and we try to make our own self think, oh, nothing, it's nothing that I need to change, or it's nothing wrong. That's called denial. So self-awareness is making yourself aware and knowing and being honest and coming uh, front face with everything, saying, wait a minute, I need to change some things. I need to change my surroundings. I need to I need to do better, basically. Okay. Understanding your emotions. That's a big one. You guys know, if you follow me on any social media, I talk about, emotions and feelings pretty much during my Monday reset, Wednesday wisdom, or therapy Thursday lives on YouTube and here on LinkedIn too. Understanding your emotions. We have to understand how we feel, and then we need to understand the way that we feel. Um, if we don't understand our emotions, and then uh, internal self awareness can't take place, because these three bullet points that I just went through so far, they are internal self awareness key elements. So we have to get in tune with our emotions, why we feel the way we feel, how the way we feel, how are we feeling this way, why are we feeling this way, and how do I make myself aware of my own emotions and my own feelings. Hmm, that's a good one. That's something that you can do by journaling. You guys hear me talk about journaling. That's something that you can do to keep yourself afloat, to write down your feelings, write down why you're feeling that way, and how did you come about feeling that way. Um, Self awareness is just like a whole test by itself, because you have to study yourself and do the work. You have to study your emotions. You have to be aware. What do you need to change? What do you need to stop? What do you need to start doing? Right? Understanding beliefs, understanding why you believe this. Why do you believe something? Why do you believe this situation should be this way? Or why do you believe that you need to make the change? Or why do you believe that you don't need to make the change? Aha, aha. Why you believe that you don't need to make the change? A lot of times we believe that we don't need to do something, or we don't need to pivot into another area in our life, but we have to brainstorm and we have to make ourselves aware. Is okay, let me ask myself this. Well, why do I believe I don't need to change something? Versus why um, do I believe that I do need to change? That's a very good one, and that takes homework, right? That takes a lot of internal studying. Um, Understanding, another internal bullet point for self awareness. Understanding strengths and weaknesses. Understanding strengths and weaknesses. Hmm. It goes back again to journaling. Journaling is a great thing. I know sometimes a lot of us, we don't always do it every day, but we need to do it as much as we can. We need to do it when we know we need to do it. Um, why am I strong in this area? Or why am I weak in this area? Make yourself aware internally. Why do I think that I'm strengthened in this area? And why do I think that I'm weak in this area? What are some things that you need to make yourself aware of when you are building, when you have your column and you have your journal, you have a column of all of your strengths, and then on the other side you have a column of all your weaknesses, and you're looking at your strengths and you're looking at your weaknesses, and you're saying, hey, okay, I'm weak in these areas. How can I strengthen these areas? What do I need to do? How do I need to feel? What do I need to believe? I hope that makes sense. This is good, you guys. This is good. This is good. So when you get to that part, internally, internal self awareness, weaknesses. Why, why am I weak in this area? What is causing me to be weak in this area? Why do I believe that I am weak in this area? It goes back to the bullet points that we went to before, you guys. Um, Understanding your strength and weaknesses is the same thing that you can do with your strengths as well. So it's like this whole column of self awareness, internal and external, you can pretty much journal out of, and you can do the work. You can do the work. And I hope you do the work. Let's get into some of the bullet points of external self awareness. Tone, your tone. So, you know how a lot of people say your tone, you don't have to say anything, and some people say your tone is the tone of your voice. You can tell when someone is upset, you can tell when someone is mad, you can tell when someone has um, an attitude, per se. And a person can say all day long, "Oh, I'm okay, I'm fine." You know, you're not fine because your tone changes. Your tone changes, and your tone can go from soft to medium to loud. I say medium because it can be kind of soft, and then it can be kind of loud, and then it goes louder. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that that makes sense. Your tone will definitely project how you're feeling, and all of that. And you may need to make yourself aware of why your tone is the way that it is. Body language. Hmm. Uh-oh, body language. We hear a lot about this too, and a lot of us have learned a lot about this too. We can talk, and we can be talking fast, and we can nod our head, and we can point our finger. I don't know if some of you guys can see because I have a PowerPoint on, but we can, let's see, we can nod our head, and let me see. Yeah, nod our head, point our finger, put our hands on our hip, and not alone that, with our body gestures, neck roll, rolling your eyes like, like you don't care. So when it comes to that, your tone and your body language comes into play together, and it's like, and you can just have that look because your body language is doing all kinds of things, and it's saying that you're frustrated, that you're overwhelmed, that this is too much. It's your body language. All right. Communication style. So tone and body language is going to go hand in hand, you guys, with communication style, with the external self awareness. Am I fussing? Am I talking calm? Um, am I communicating at all? Because not communicating is a sign that something is wrong. Communicating is a sign that something is wrong. Something is not right. Or I'm silent because, and a lot of people look at that, need to look at that. That silence is a key to saying, yeah, something is wrong. He or she is over it. They're upset. They feel like they can't take anymore. But you can also be loud in your communication style too, as well. So you have to make yourself aware of the external areas, you know what I'm saying, of your life, and what you need to change and what you need to make yourself aware of and do. Okay, let's move on to self belief. Self belief is your own judgment and abilities, deep confidence in trusting what you believe. Self belief means you are trusting yourself, not arrogance. Taking action, not fear, is a sign that you are worthy of success, happiness, and growth. And setbacks don't define you. So self belief. You're not arrogant. You don't, as people would say, "Oh, he or she think they all that. He or she'll think they all that." No, it just means that you're confident. You're commanding the room, and we're going to get into commanding your presence too, you guys, later in the slides. But it is showing that you're not showing up with fear. You're showing up with action and confidence. You trust. You have the ability. You know that you have the ability to do whatever you're called to do. To do what you have put your mind to. And it goes back to mastery mindset, because I have shifted my mind to a foundation of positivity, and that means I can show up confident in the room, and I can trust myself. Um, I have the ability to do what I need to do, and I know that I am worthy of success, happiness, and growth. And then you know this too. Self belief also means too that no matter what has happened in the past, no matter what someone has done, um, 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 to you, no matter how many no's you have had, you're still showing up bigger and better than before. You're showing up bigger and better than you did before, and you're gonna go for it again, and you're gonna show up in the room confident, and you're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep going until you conquer the thing. That's what setbacks don't define you mean. So I love that. I love this part of self belief because it's diving into deep confidence. It's diving into trusting. It's diving into, hey, I got this and I'm gonna make this happen. And if I got a two no's yesterday, guess what? I'm going for it again the next day. I'm going again for it next month. Something is going to change. It's also saying too that something is definitely going to change, and something is going to change, and it's going to come out for the good, and it's going to be positive. That's what that says. And so I love this too, you guys. All right, let's move on. Slide 6 is identifying mental blocks. Um, identify mental blocks. The mental blocks that we tend to be aware of, and a lot of us know them well, is fear, failure, self doubt, and limiting beliefs. Um, Fear it creeps up a lot of times in our personal life and in our business life, and that's something that we need to shut down. And if you are feeling these things, I command you and I encourage you to shut these mental blocks down now. Sometimes we're so used to the no's, as I was talking about no's. Sometimes we're used to um, the denial and not the approval, and we need to get to a point in our place where we're saying that, wait a minute, I am not going to limit my beliefs. I am not a failure. I am not going to fear anything, but I'm going to keep showing up confidently, like those self beliefs. I'm going to keep showing up confidently. I'm going to keep trusting. But a lot of times, because of what has happened in our past, makes us self doubt a lot of things. Makes us self doubt a lot of things, which I know a lot of us have been there, and we had to get away from that. We had to have someone to encourage us. We had to have a mentor, or a counselor, or a therapist, or someone to guide us, um, to help us break that shell of self doubt and failure. Let me talk a little bit about failure. You guys, when we are building a brand, whether you're building a brand, whether you're becoming a new mom, whether you're starting a new job, whether you're having your first child, anything personally or professionally, we are going to fail at something. We are prone to make mistakes, and that is okay. It's just about learning from them. Sometimes we make more than one mistake, because you know why? Because we're self doubting and we're limiting our beliefs. And so we go back into uh, making that mistake again. But the only way that you're going to succeed, you have to encounter failure. That's the only way that we are going to succeed in life. We have to understand those practical tips of failing. Um, okay. And that's what brings us back to these areas of identifying mental blocks. And I probably talked about some of these things too here on the right column: how mental blocks hold you back, limit personal growth, afraid to take risk. And I shared some of those areas of, how and why mental blocks hold us back, things from our past, and things that we've done, and things that have been told to us know about. I shared some of those things just a few minutes ago. Limiting personal growth, afraid to take risks, limit or cancel your creativity, ignore the red flags, and dismiss honesty. And you guys, I also too had went over that too. We're ignoring the fact that we need to be honest. We're ignoring the red flags. Um, and then we limit what's in our hands. We are a creative people. We do know how to do things, but because we have received no's, because we have been told something by someone else, we feel like we can't do anything. But you tell yourself what you can do, and that's why you have to have those self beliefs, and you have to trust yourself, and you have to affirm daily that you are worthy to succeed. You are worthy to go above and beyond and to accomplish the things that you have started. You have to tell yourself that so you won't run into these mental blocks anymore. And just to be clear, we've all been there, but we don't have to stay there. All right. And I hope this is getting good to you guys, and feel free to put in your comments and ask questions, um, or whatnot. This is definitely good. We're gonna go to slide 7. Breaking through mental blocks. And the techniques that we have techniques and examples. Techniques are self-reflection, challenging your negative thoughts. We talked just as we talked about reframing perspective, changing opportunities instead of obstacles. So reframing is perspective changing opportunities into instead of obstacles. So you got to reframe your mindset. You got to reframe those mental blocks and say, "Hey, a minute, I have opportunities instead of obstacles." Okay. Um, Visualization, see at a glance the positivity change, boost confidence, and see a better outcome. So you have to boost your confidence. Um, Telling yourself, I'm able to do this. I'm able to go above and beyond. I'm able to do this. And some of these examples of visualizations is saying these affirmations: I can, I will, I must, I shall. These are positive mindset mastery shifts. I can, I will, I must, I shall. These are positive mindsets. Slide 8. Mm, mm. Commanding the presence. This is the best one. Commanding presence. The definition of commanding presence is the ability to capture influence, confidence, excitement, and energy. Importance. What's the importance of commanding your presence? It builds trust and respect. There go that word trust again. It creates leadership opportunities, and it inspires action and impact. It inspires action and impact. Action and impact are two powerful um, dominant words. And you have to act on that things. You have to trust yourself and respect yourself so you can respect others, but you have to act on these things, and you have to build, and you have to make sure that you are showing an impact when you are commanding the presence. So again, the importance is building trust and respect. Let's go to slide 9. Traits of showing up. Body language, as some of us have been taught this in school, and even with interviewing and going to other adventures, and now we're grown and we're business owners and entrepreneurs and college students, or et cetera, et cetera. You gotta make that eye contact, gestures, and make sure your posture is right. Movement, owning or controlling your space, speaking positive with clarity, showing authority, using a powerful tone but not loud, using strategic pauses, and remaining calm under pressure. So this is traits of showing up. And this is a good slide, y'all. So again, if you would like to have a copy of this slide, please make sure you register on the website and put in your email, because you definitely have to put in your email to get a copy of the PowerPoint. Um, all right, slide 10. Techniques to use. These are some techniques to use when commanding the presence. Stand tall, head high, shoulders back, strong and clear voice, maintain eye contact. Once again, engage with audience and smile and communicate back. And that's showing, all of these areas show that you're confident, that you're commanding the room. You're going in there saying, hey, I know I can do this. I got this. I'm trusting myself. Verse 11. Overcoming nervousness. A lot of us, we get nervous when we speak in front of people. We get nervous when we're starting a new job. We get nervous when, it could be anything that's new and not familiar in our life that we get nervous about. So, overcoming nervousness. These are some tips of overcoming nervousness. Breathing exercises, which I do that. It helps. It's very great. Calming nerves through reading. Power poses. Focus on your message and work on movements and gestures. There that bullet point go about work on movements and gestures. Just work on your movement and gestures. Focus on your message and what you're going to say. Be yourself. Let loose. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody. Don't try to go in the room and talk like someone else, or show up as yourself. Show up as your authentic self, and make sure that you do it well. And like I always say, practice makes perfect. Unstoppable confidence. Uh-oh. Unstoppable. That's a powerful word in itself. Meaning that, hey, I'm getting ready to take over the world. Power up in your mind, positivity, command confidence, push through the negative barriers in the room. And as I just said, practice makes perfect, and demand your presence. That's where unstoppable comes in. Unstoppable is a powerful movement. And like I said, it's powerful to enough to say, hey, I'm getting ready to take over. All right. So you're not only commanding your presence, but you're demanding it. All right. Action plan. What's the action plan for all of this, guys? For scaling fearlessly. How do we scale fearlessly? We got to have an action plan. After we go through those tips and healing tips and do the work, guess what? Mindset mastery, practice daily self affirmations, set and track small goals, celebrate personal growth, and practice speaking skills with your friends or family. Practice. Practice more. Take small presentations at your, it could be at family events, could be at your job, one of your colleagues or whatnot. Even doing videos. A lot of you do social media content. Even do that. These are the ways that you can show up. Q&A and key takeaways. And so, you guys, I won't have time. You can still put your questions in there, but I won't have time to sit and do answer the questions if you put some in, because we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to take Q&A and key takeaways too on tomorrow. But still put your questions here, because we're going to have open discussions, and we're going to ask questions and give you an answer, okay? All right. Conclusion and thoughts for today. And thank you so much for you guys who come in and caught the replay, and feel free to share, because we do have one more day of this. And because of last night, we did get cut off with, and we only got finished with, I think, 15 or 18 minutes. I will probably be doing indeed another class on next Tuesday. But for conclusion and thoughts, lead with authority and peace. Inspire and master your presence. Unlock limitless potential areas. And remarks. Your mind is sharp to use it. Mindset determines your reality, integrity, and your presence that amplifies influence. So your mind is sharp, so use it. Mindset determines your reality, integrity, and your presence that amplifies influence. I love this, you guys. I love this PowerPoint. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed it. please share with a friend. Again, me and one of our coaches, Dee, will be back tomorrow with a health and wellness event. I will do a recap over of what I just shared, but again, you guys can go back and watch. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. I will be back with the Wisdom Live. Um, oh, there's one more slide, you guys. The way to get in touch with us, but we will definitely be here tomorrow with the Q&A. So to register for any of our mentor coaching and of course classes, you can go to our website, wcdcoaching.com slash challenges, or just go to the website and you will definitely find your way around. Or you can email info at wcdcoachingllc.com. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Hope to see you in the room, and don't forget to ask your questions. Talk soon. Bye bye.